Spirit. This is all during the top rack siege, and ultimately, I feel like Ice, for as chill as he seems typically, has kind of lost some of that magic whenever it comes to elimination time. So more than Arteezy, I'm concerned about Ice.
Wow, that's a pretty good
spot a friend a coin, please.
No coins for you, Cinderny. You have to make good points, my friend.
So no coin.
All right, so
give me your best tip. How am I coin?
Don't spread the coins around now. Let's focus up, please. All right, well, the teams seem to be coming out into the booths, and we are getting ready for a Game 3. This is a elimination match. This means that a team will be going home. VG Gaming, EG, fighting for their lives in what could be considered as one of the most hyped series we have seen at this event thus far. I cannot wait to see the blood that shall be spilled by some of DOTA, however, and get some EG memories about their times at the International.
My most vivid memory was from TI8 group stage. There was this group stage match against Team Liquid. It was Kuro's team, and at the time, we thought we were really good. So when we played against them, we're like expecting to own them kind of thing. And then they just they shit on us like so hard. We lost to some like off-lane Drow Ranger kind of thing going on. Like it felt like they're trolling us, but we lost. And I just remember sitting there after just laughing. I just started everyone in the room was like kind of serious, kind of sad, but I just started laughing and I started raising my voice and yelling and like happiness. It was feels good. It feels good to get owned.
I think the thing that I can't forget at TI was TI2. So it was kind of like my first time going to Seattle, and I'm a huge fan of oysters. So I went to an oyster bar and ate like 2,000 oysters, and I had I was having the runs throughout the whole tournament. That was actually an interview where I mentioned I was having diarrhea throughout the whole tournament.
How are you feeling about the tournament so far? What has been the highlight for you?
Having a diarrhea every single day.
What was that?
But that was a pleasant memory, I guess. The process of eating it was pleasant, not the rest.
Wow, what a fantastic piece about the memories of EG in this, the most critical moment they have ever faced. Will they have the run completed here at the International, or will they just slide on throughout the bracket?
Explosive second game from
Thank you.
EG.
I wish People was here to keep us on track, but we must continue as we move on to this extremely serious elimination Game 3 match. Gentlemen, this is what we're here for. This is Dota 2. If you are a new Dota player that's watching it for the first time, well, you are in for a hell of a treat. It is so good to have you here, about to witness TI history. So, Tsunami, my friend, we have seen so much. We have talked about how VG Gaming need to pull back from that last game. They did it, even though you kind of doubt it. You think we'll be seeing that again?
I think that Bulba is a very stubborn drafter, and I think that they have been kind of using Beastmaster as the linchpin for this entire series. And so I'm curious, because this has been the downfall of Bulba many a time, is he is very, very stuck on an idea, and he seems intent that his line of thinking is the best, which came against him in Singapore.
It absolutely did. Well, the time has come. No more questions. It is time for the draft panel
Did I get
with
a coin?
Avo, Effie, and Lacoste.
See the graph, it goes up and down multiple times in the Evil Geniuses turn to pick.
I gotta go back to 11, you know. This is why he's
VG
my favorite
Gaming's
offlaner, because he
turn
can do whatever he wants for 40, 50 minutes, miss RPs, and then all it takes, he can RP the ground, and in the end, all it takes is a couple of skewers, bait them in, one big RP. The man is just, you know, he is what he is.
But I think that says more about Magnus as a hero than it does about
Evil Geniuses
11,
turn
right?
to pick.
You don't even need to land your RPs, you just have a free setup for your skewer, you can skewer them back a long range, and that's all you really need to do on the hero. I feel like get it out, and they did.
Back at the draft of game number 2, I feel they forgot about Magnus, because it seemed like a perfect hero, because he can be the good offlaner, he can be the one who's empowering the Monkey King, forcing him to like skip an item and just get a damage item, which he did, and also someone who can break the static link, work out really well. So yeah, no surprise. They decided to ban it out in the first phase this time around. There's still Tidehunter in the pool. I fear this hero can be flexed if necessary, but as an offlaner, you can protect him in the second banning stage. Doom needs to go 100%.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they valued this Enchantress so highly that they picked her up in first phase. I guess it just worked out for them, and they don't want to pull this as Beastmaster.
It was the same secret idea though against the Elder Titan. It was the same idea. They just first phased the Enchantress, they denied that buff, and it worked for them.
Thing is, you can kind of run lanes around if Enchantress is countering a specific lane, but the utility of her in the last game is that she countered both lanes, right? This time around, it's easily dodgeable. I don't think she's more valuable than a Lion, because look what happened just now. They picked up a Storm Spirit, and they're probably going to ban Lion in the next phase.
They need to protect the Storm Spirit, you're correct, Effie. Because throughout the first and second season, throughout the majors, BYW Shadow Shaman, like, you know that his positioning is always going to be good. Anything with a Hex, as he's shown in the previous game on Lion, his optimization as well, going for an earlier Eon Disc to be able to protect himself. This time around, EG getting the hands on the Storm Spirit, finally, I would say. I felt the first game, they wanted to get the Storm Spirit, but VG Gaming, since they had the first pick, the second phase, they decided to snatch it.
Absolutely, and it just didn't perform up to expectations, but they've already begun protecting the Storm with the Puck ban for obvious reasons, right? Coil leash a Storm and he can't ulti.
So now we're expecting a potential Lion ban from EG to protect the Storm Spirit. If that's the
Evil
case,
Geniuses turn to ban.
Yeah, I believe he is, because you need some kind of control. The way Virtus Pro defends their Storm Spirit is Puck, Kalina, and Queen of Pain, sometimes a Dragonite, if necessary, depending what was banned in the first phase and what the enemy bans out.
But also, if it is just a support Monkey King, then you're not going to go for the Lion, and the Storm's going to have the time of his life playing versus these two heroes as supports.
Right. So to a degree, this Storm also forces the Monkey King to go at least another position.
Perhaps, but it depends on how Vici want to play it, because it's not the end-all and be-all if the two supports don't have significantly good catch. It's just that it just feels too good of a Storm game right now, just from these first two.
I think next ban from VG Gaming will show us where this Monkey King is going to go. If they ban out Ursa, it's going to say this is a core monkey.
Right.
So they do ban out the Luna. EG have had a lot of success running ET and Luna as a lane for the reasons that he amplifies both her right-click damage and her ultimate damage. And
turn to ban.
They've won a lot of games with this Luna.
So they get rid of all the 11 Doom, which is a good hero against Storm, but not what we're talking about, protecting the Storm.
I think it's necessary to ban 11's hero pool, because that's what's been making it difficult for Vici to play to their strengths, I would say. And the Magnus being left in the pool last game was a bit of an oversight. And I find that even we forgot to talk about it. Sometimes you get so caught up in so many draft ideas that certain heroes slip your mind, and I think that's what happened.
I was talking to Brian BSJ, and he said, you know, you ban out Magnus 20 times in a row, you feel like he's banned out, maybe you just forgot. You know, you always feel like the hero's banned out, he's super strong, and then suddenly he gets countered in the lane. Like, you pick a perfect counter for your last pick.
Vici do need to address the Storm issue. I really don't see this being good for their supports if they do choose Storm, and I wonder if they're probably probably just going to go for another Spirit here and try to pair it with something like a Tidehunter in the offlane if it's left in the pool.
So like an Ember, for example, and then he gets countered, or he counters the Storm in the game with a Searing Chains combo, right?
VG Gaming's turn to ban.
Yes, and we see
They ban it out.
Oh, well, they decided to ban it out. That Tidehunter that we mentioned at the start now it gets more value now that the Doom is
VG Gaming's turn
out
to
from
pick.
EG.
Evil Genius's turn to pick.
So this is also a Spirit hero, right? It can function similarly to Ember. It's just that Ether Remnant isn't as great of a tool for catching the Storm Spirit, but if they pair it up with something else, that will be good enough. Because Void Spirit is actually burstier than Ember Spirit in the first 20 minutes of the game. So I can see the reasoning here. Also, maybe VG aren't too comfortable running the Ember right now.
But there's so many mind games happening when you have spirits play against each other, especially in this matchup. If Storm Spirit's gonna go for Orchid, then your natural build on Void Spirit is Jewel Scepter, which means it's also a setup for the Remnant. And if he goes for Kaya Sanj, then you can also go for different items. You can go for Aghanim Scepter first, the AoE. So there's so much, like you see just one component of Orchid, and then you know what your item is gonna be.
Evil Geniuses turn to pick.
Skywrath Mage. It's a Skywrath Mage again. The combination with ET once again for burst magical damage goes well with the Storm Spirit. But you said last draft that you liked this more than the Mirana pick.
I liked it more in the context of the last draft, right? But the Skywrath Mage here seems a little bit lost. I guess Vortex is good enough to cast Mystic Flare, but it's not as safe as a long-range Slight Chains into Mystic Flare, which is what gave it the extra value, I would say.
You also don't have a real hero that deals with the enchanters. She can be really annoying thing
Legion Commander
in the team fights. And all right, they decide to go with the Legion Commander. Perfect setup for the Skywrath Mage, and also something that can buff up your carry, something that can remove the potential silence once Void Spirit gets the Aghanim Scepter. So another way of protecting your Storm Spirit, especially with the 20-minute shard.
And another thing is actually if they do choose to run this Monkey King safe lane again, this also Skywrath Mage will bully him. It's one of the ones that he will actually struggle with.
Evil Geniuses turn to back.
Also, the Skywrath Mage instant silence versus Void Spirit is very useful.
Legion Commander is also a great block pick against the Tidehunter, who's still in the pool, something that he can't Kraken off, especially when paired up with the Skywrath Mage. You will always have enough burst damage to bring him down, even if he decides to go for a hood. There's EP to amplify the damage with his aura. Spectre, a bit of more global presence, but Legion Commander should have a good time in the lane. Skywrath Mage plus Legion against Enchantress Spectre, or if they decide to put Monkey King, which I don't think should be a thing here, should have a really good time. LC and Skywrath Mage, they will fully Spectre and Enchantress.
So this is a confirmed Monkey King support now, and the Spectre is, I can understand the need for a durable carry versus a Skywrath LC lane, but also I just see the Monkey King giving vision in trees, right, and then Spectre haunting in on the backline. That can be very useful and a very easy way to take these fights for V2 gaming.
So my question is here, you pick up the carry, therefore also revealing the Monkey King. Offlane is left, which means you get the free 2 baddies. Why this over picking up your offlaner, which we've already talked is the core of this team?
Evil Geniuses turn to bad.
This could be as simple as that.
Like Spectre was too valuable?
I think that's what they wanted to go for here, and actually I was considering, what if VG just go for 11s like in here?
Night Stalker, I think that's the hero to possibly ban out. Cuts into backline, Storm Spirit does not like to play into it, and you might need to have another scaling core. I think in the previous game, EG has been struggling with that. Beastmaster and the Razor combination, they're good if you want to end the game by 45-50 minute mark. Like if they fast that, you kind of feel that they're not going to scale much with the items. And also banning out the Ursa. Like this is one of the matchups that I really love to see. Ursa, favorite matchup against Spectre. You always like that Roshan. Gaming, they don't have the good Roche taking potential at all.
You sold a Night Stalker idea, Effie? Or are you still towards Lycan?
And if they do pick up this Night Stalker, then their vision game is going to be ridiculous. And it'll be a good kind of way to deal with this monster. But it depends on the carry that comes out, right? So it's Troll. I wouldn't pick Night Stalker into Troll. Just because the lane for him is very difficult, and Troll can stand his ground and just fight back if he goes on him. It's not one of the best heroes to deal with. Also, Troll, if he can't get on top of her, he can kill her. He also does enjoy Divine Silver Edge, which is going to be very good here versus the Enchantress, Monkey King, and Spectre.
Thinking about this last pick, Vici Gaming, they have very limited team fight. Enchantress, Monkey King position 4, yeah, he brings that Ruka command. Most of the time I feel like this monkey is just gonna be a food in the fights, playing against the Storm Spirit, Legion Commander, and Skywrath Mage. Also ET with the Spirit providing vision. So they need something tanky. Void Spirit can cut into backlines, be a bit more annoying, but he needs an item. He needs an item and a half, which is not gonna be easy for him since he's playing into Skywrath Mage. I wanna see something tanky.
And we've talked a lot about having durable carries that can take a lot of damage for the team and kind of bait spells and turn the fights around. And Troll fits that bill really well. We just haven't seen him that often because he doesn't quite do it as easily as something like a Medusa or a Tiny. But I like the concept they've done here with the Troll.
I've seen some Trolls, sometimes a bit too reliant on the lanes, and if the early game went a bit difficult for them, it was difficult for them to recover. At least in the group stages where we saw 3 or 4 Troll picks. The only exception to that was Beast Coast once, where they actually managed to pull off a game there.
As a Troll, you don't care too much about playing into position 4 Monkey King, so that's going to be good. You have the miss chance, you can be a range hero, so you can trade really well.
That's a very good point, and one of Troll's biggest issues is that he gets kited very easily, but they don't really have that great of a means to kite him. This looks like a very good game for him, and it looks like Vici are kind of stumped here too. They're really taking their time thinking about this. We're taking our time thinking about this one.
It's going to be Lycan.
So the reason why I brought up Lycan, and we kind of went on a tangent, so I couldn't elaborate, is just that typically this is one of the heroes that they like to run, and they do like to pair it up with Spectre just to kind of secure that late game, because Lycan does fall off at some point and doesn't feel like he's as effective, but he's quite tanky on the safe lane and has no issues with farming the jungle and catching up. But also, he can just run his units at the Skywrath Mage and the ET without putting himself in danger. And if you have 2 supports that can easily get sniped, it makes Lycan's gameplay simple.
True, but I still love Troll against Lycan. I feel like they kind of counterpick themselves.
This time we won't have an interview with the coaches, but we have someone that knows almost as much. We're going to go to BSJ with his last word.
Thank you very much, Brian. Yes, the deciding game. And Vici. Initial reactions to the draft here for game 3.
Does feel like that Troll last pick looks really good for EG right now. And I feel like I don't say that too often, especially not at this tournament. The hero's been kind of neglected for obvious reasons. He's just had a lot harder time inside most of the group stages. Also, a lot of people don't really like the way his ultimate works, of course, because it's like it got this double-edged sword where it forces you out of position a lot of times. Has been buffed several times in the past. But yeah, AG's draft does look very strong. If he cheats, it does look like they're looking to go for more plays and vision control with the the Lycan Wolves, with the Monkey King constantly scouting for the backline, so definitely have to keep eyes on that. But early aggression definitely going to be there from EG. They're going to look to hit and hit hard.
And would you say, you know, the last pick for Vici Gaming, getting this Lycan 4-11, I mean, you sort of agree with the sentiment that it's not necessarily that very last pick Lycan that we've seen in some scenarios?
No, and also I feel like their lineup right now is also
kind of one-dimensional where they're missing a lot, right? Where's their suns coming from? It's going to be a Boundless Strike and an Aether Remnant is their only disables throughout the whole stage of the game until they start getting some crazy levels and items. EGs, they have the Duel, they have the Stomp, they have the Vortex. Eventually, we'll probably see an Atos picked up on the Skywrath, so just feels like EG's playmaking is going to be a lot easier. Well, Vici, I feel like they're going to have to avoid fights constantly, draw the game out as long as possible for the Spectre to get online. I think that's why they went for the Lycan, though, right? Exactly, Brian was talking about how cause chaos, he's going to draw attention away from the Spectre, but into the troll lane could be maybe the goal.
Let's see how well old 11 holds himself up here. We'll have, for now, PY by his side. Down bottom, DY again on that Enchantress, ready to keep this lane. Nice for Poyo on the Spectre.
Let's see how Ori does this time around. We saw him playing the Storm Spirit in the first game versus Skywrath, and he literally could do nothing. And he is playing a Void Spirit, kind of similar concept, playing versus Skywrath, and once it's that silence is leveled up like 2 or 3 points, there's not much you can do about it until you have your own defensive capability like a Yule Scepter.
Sure. And I guess on the Void Spirit compared to Storm, the Yule being picked up first is much more likely.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it is going to happen. Like, no Storm, I think like 0 Storms late one. You're just, yeah, you're playing into their hand. So I really think that RTZ is going to get absolute free farm, which is a concern for me. So PYW, this is a double melee playing into ET as well as Troll Warlord. You have to just start pulling sweat away. And oh my, Fly actually gets the side pull as PYW is trying to pull the weight, get pulled into neutrals. One of the bigger disasters that can happen when you are trying to pull as these double melee lanes. Fly does eat the cloud, doesn't actually hit at either hero on Vici, and 11 will be able to secure every last hit at the very least for himself. Doesn't end up missing any XP, but as we said, RTZ, absolute free farm. Expect probably Abed to have that free farm as well. Bottom, I think that's probably a bit of the better lane because Poyoyo, that's what they picked Spectre because they see that Skywrath because you're able to absorb a lot of that harassment in lane, and in the later stages you just kill him. Dispersion is very useful for Skywrath. But let's see how that all ends up playing out.
And of course, for Poyo, if we do indeed see that sort of first build-up item into the Aghanims, you sort of see this as a game where there's going to be a lot of chance to set up action for the Spectre to get involved in with the Shadow Step at the time he'll get the axe.
You can kill the Skywrath every single time. Yeah. If a wolf just scouts crit, a Shadow Step plus a Howl, the Howl applies that minus armor, of course, on top of it. And yeah, the Skywrath is one of the squishiest heroes in the game, so.
First blood. A dark path. I accept this honor on behalf of storms everywhere. Don't think so.
Don't run off.
E olhos latidos, tricorda e já em primeiro. Isso não é muito bom.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
6级，就是蓝猫6级，如果有状态是可以再单杀他一波的，因为蓝猫6的时候他也就5级。
对，然后目前是都没有人来干扰的，纯。
Wait up.
I don't think so.
Where are you going?
Here I am. I fear not the journey ahead. Blown away!
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
No! Stupendous! Touché! Fortune favors the true.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Don't run off.
How did you? I'm over here! I'm over here!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A penny denied is a penny earned.
Nature attend us. Where are you going?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let the fun begin!
Where are you going?
Illusion!
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Bounty.
Don't run off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Looking for me? You blew it!
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
A bauble from the void.
Huzzah! Here I am! Zap!
Didn't happen! Oh, for my...
You had your warning!
Healing powers. Another petal falls.
Think of it as a new beginning.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Over here now!
Dire are scanning.
Illusion.
This will do nicely.
Huzzah!
Zip zap!
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning.
I'm over here. Huzzah!
Your final gasp serves as bellows to the whirlwinds of destruction.
Zip! Over here now!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
My eternal gratitude. Here I am!
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Restore the void within.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Gotcha!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Your shaman has fallen to the dire.
Hold for my forge.
Huzzah! Where's the party?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Huzzah! Touché!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
pop! Be quicker about it. Invisibility!
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Don't run off.
This will do nicely.
Huzzah!
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Whoa, what'd I miss? I'm over here!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Huzzah!
Wait up.
I'm getting a second. Where's the party? Touché! Here I am! Huzzah!
Come on.
My death means nothing next to ours.
Next time, try not to die.
Zip zap!
You'll have to try harder than that, Storm Spirit.
Don't run off. The sprites are with us. Where are you going?
Let the fun begin!
Bounty. Rest easy, child.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire are scanning.
Over here now! Huzzah! Twice the measure of power.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Sprites are with us.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Excellent. I'm over here. Over here now. Over here now. Slowly go. I return to the void.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What's up?
Healing power.
Your shrine has fallen to the ground.
Don't run off.
Oh, what I miss? Yeah! Zap! I saw it so briefly. Always get the laugh.
Come on, Sprite.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire are scanning.
Looking for me? Looking for me? Huzzah! I'm over here.
Miss me not.
Huzzah! Where's the party? Bounty. Puddin' pop!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Whoa, what'd I miss? My path leads to riches.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, here now, damn it! Can all begin? Here I am.
The sprites are with us.
Double. Did you think I was one of your creations?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Rest easy, child.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Over here now. In the eye of the storm.
VGA victory.
That need to force that top lane push as much as they did. And those times we saw Ori surviving on a slither of health.
100 HP the first time, 20 HP the second time, and somehow that really is, these little things are the things that dictate games. His Void Spirit surviving really changed the whole outcome of the entire game.
It did. And that series as a whole, I think VG Gaming a lot to be very proud of. You imagine what we saw back in game one, to come back from that sort of loss in the first game, turn the series around, incredible stuff. As VG Gaming, they'll be the ones holding on in TI and moving on, knocking EG out 2-1.
20 HP. The difference potentially between a TI moving on, potentially even a TI victory, to being knocked out. And with that, we say goodbye to North America in the International 10. Gentlemen, they might have gone out, but it was an incredible match, one that I think TI fans and Dota fans in general will remember for a lifetime. Tsunami, wrap up how you're feeling on that one. I mean, it was crazy.
China's just an evil genius's kryptonite, it seems. IG was able to solve them in Singapore. PSG LGD was able to solve them in Kyiv. And now Vici Gaming have solved them here in Bucharest. So like you had said at the very beginning, Cinder, and it's tragic that either of these teams would be taken out at this early in the tournament, but that's just a testament to how competitive this tournament has been thus far.
And I think, honestly, looking back at this series, and especially at this game, VG Gaming just deserves it, right? Like they played an amazing third game. I think a lot of people were scratching their heads. What is this Lycan last pick? How does this draft even make any sense? And you just got to see it come together. I think this was the hardest game of the entire tournament for Crit. He couldn't play Skywrath. This matchup is so horrible. Like, I don't know what to say. I've played this myself a couple of times. You pick Skywrath, you're like, oh, I'll play Skywrath this game, you know? And a guy picks Lycan in the enemy team, you're just like, okay, I actually just hate myself, you know? He presses one button, he sends his Granite Golem at you, it crits you like 2k range away from the fight, and you just die. Sorry for hitting you there.
You're good.
That's good, a little bit of metaphor for what's happening in that game. Granite Golem is coming.
Exactly. You're like the Granite Golem.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I must interrupt you there because we have an interview with your boy. Turn up. It is Avo with Arteezy for his exit interview.
Hello. I'm here, not with Arteezy. I'm here with Fly. Thank you for your time, Fly.
Yeah.
So Fly, I honestly just want to know what's going on through your mind right now.
It's obviously a lot of emotions. You kind of wait 2 years for something and it doesn't go the way you expect. It hurts, you know, that's the reality. It feels like the world is kind of crashing down. This literally happened like 2 minutes ago, so there's a lot to process, a lot of disappointment, and, you know, what can you say? It hurts, and of course I'm sorry for letting down the fans at home or whoever's cheering, and, you know, I definitely think this was not our best showing.
Well, still one crazy series. And I think you have a lot of courage for coming here and talking to us. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you guys, and whoever's obviously cheering for us, your support matters a lot during this time. So yeah, thank you guys for supporting us.
A difficult loss for a strong team that will always live within the hearts of their fans. EG says goodbye to TI10. Back to you, Slacks.
Thank you so much, Avo. Yeah, very emotional time down there. And again, thank you to Fly as well. When we go and ask the players for post-game interviews, you know, we'll have some of them lined up, and it will be an extremely emotional time. And another one will just stand up and say, hey, I will take this. And, you know, Fly comes